After a brief discussion, Sisko and Guilhem decided to take a gamble. Sisko gave all of his remaining gas to Guilhem and told him to make a solo dash for the exit and get help. Guilhem was smaller, consumed less oxygen, and was younger and physically stronger. Sisko would remain behind and wait for rescue. At that moment, Sisko placed all his hope in Guilhem. With tears in his eyes, Guilhem departed. Would he find the exit? And even if he did, could Sisko survive long enough for rescuers to return? Neither of them knew. Alone in the air pocket, Sisko endured the cold and darkness through sheer determination, but an even greater threat lurked there. The carbon dioxide concentration inside the chamber was around 5%. For comparison, the air we normally breathe contains only about 0.04% to 0.05% carbon dioxide. At such high levels, the body struggles to expel carbon dioxide effectively. His lungs had to work many times harder just to cope. Prolonged exposure could lead to carbon dioxide poisoning, causing dizziness, confusion, breathing difficulties, and even death. As Sisko continued breathing, the oxygen level decreased while carbon dioxide levels kept rising. He tried desperately to stay calm and conserve oxygen. Soon, he began hallucinating. Sometimes he heard voices outside the chamber. He knew they weren't real, but he couldn't help listening. At times, he thought he heard drilling above him. Then the sound would stop and never return. His hope began to collapse. He became convinced that Guilhem had died trying to escape. No one was coming for him. Yet whenever he thought about his wife and children, he refused to give up. In reality, Guilhem found the cave exit in less than an hour. As soon as he reached the surface, he called for help. But the rescue operation faced serious challenges. The first rescue team entered the cave, only to find that the silt had not yet settled. Visibility was nearly zero. They had no choice but to turn back. Rescuers then brought in drilling equipment. However, the rock above Sapakota Cave was extremely hard. A direct drilling operation risked collapsing the air chamber. The drilling noises Sisko had heard came from those efforts. On April 17th, the third day of Sisko's ordeal, his friend Bernat entered the cave once more. This time, the water had finally become clear. The silt that had remained suspended for 3 days had at last settled. After 2 hours underwater, Bernat located the guideline markers Sisko had left behind. He followed them into the air pocket and found Sisko.